Yeah, 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 yeah. Welcome to Omniverse TV. 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 I can't rap, but hit that like. Hey family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ami. I'm your Mystic Rugrat, and this is the Omniverse. This is episode 2 of Get Back Up. Because what are we doing? We're getting back up. So, again, episode 2, I'm coming back with the update. Now, remember on episode 1 how I said that the inevitable is going to happen? Baby, the inevitable happened, okay? Now, as you can see, I still have the same background. Like, I'm still in the bathroom, so I have not left here yet. But I am supposed to... I've been given a deadline of March 1st. Now, let me rewind and just kind of give you all, the quickest synopsis that I can. I'm gonna try to do it in like 10 minutes, 15 tops, and try to get you all caught up to where we're at now. As far as me, my children, the dynamic with me and my brother goes, just, everything, right? So, and once we do that, then I can tell you all how the conversation went today, because I feel like you need all of that context to really put everything into play. And remember I said I deleted the original video of when I found the snake in the basement, and I will post that up here. I still have a screenshot of that. And we also need to talk about the second situation that happened where my brother sent me this text message, and I will also post it up here so you can see. And keep in mind, this text message, like, it blew my mind because it's like he pulled this shit up out of his ass. He was helping me for a good month or so at this time, and he was really feeling good, really feeling like, he had me defeated. He really wanted to like rub my face in the dirt with this message here. He made mention of me wanting to make memories outside of my children, which is like asinine. I'm with my children literally 24/7. So if you mean them being separated from me outside of the room and having their own space and doing their own thing, that makes me a bad mom, I'll take it. But so, y'all, I'm all cozy. It is kind of, it's not kind of chilly. It's very chilly. Okay. It's like 12 degrees outside, and that wind chill is easing on up in the house. So I'm trying to stay as bundled up as possible, and I want to keep my head extra covered at this time too. So it doesn't look like everything, but this is what we're doing right now. And I'm just in the house, so I'm not going to fix it. All right. I'm just chilling with my fam. Right, fam? So, y'all, let me tell y'all what's been going on. So again, I told y'all, I got evicted from my last apartment, and my brother took me to court, and, he's like, this is horrible. I'm going to help you out. Whatever you need, I'm here. Just ask. We're a team. You're not doing this alone. Feeling very grateful. My kids are excited. Keep in mind, me and my brother were estranged before me moving in here. And when I say estranged, like I hadn't talked to him in like 4 years, and he randomly hit me up like maybe a year before the incident happened, maybe even like 7-8 months before this incident of me becoming homeless happened. And You know, we didn't talk much or anything, but, you know, just getting back into each other's life. Um, he came over to the house once, you know, just, you know, trying to start somewhere. The reason why we weren't talking is just because I had decided to pull my energy back. Some years back, I was super depressed. I had just left the whole stripper world, and you know, I needed to detoxify my mind. I needed time and space to myself and purge, you know. And no one could understand that at that time of my life. You know, I had cut everyone off and literally went into complete isolation. And that's when I started this channel, actually. So that kind of gives you a timeline. So when I first started this channel was around the time that me and him stopped talking. I've had this channel for 4 years now, 4.5 years. So it's been some time, right? So, you know, I'm like, okay, this is an opportunity not only for me and my children to get on our feet, but me and my brother to become close again. You know, I'm excited. You know, I'm just looking forward to the new chapter, you know. Get the kids enrolled in the school, you know, the basics, yada, yada. The second week I was here, it was the very first time that something happened that rubbed me completely the wrong way. Before this, like, it was still very much fresh. So, you know, we were spending more time in the living room. But there was a couple times that my brother would come home and he would just walk past me. You have to get through the living room to get upstairs to his room. Like, our schedules were so different. You know, I'm not seeing you in a day, maybe even two. And you just walk on past me like I'm not there, and you see me, and you did it multiple times, you know. There was even a couple times that I've spoke to him, he said nothing back. No headphones in, no nothing, just don't want to talk. Okay. You know, picking up on that, and I'm eating it because I don't want to just off rip think that, you know, there's a problem with me. You just invited me in your house, you know, you know, nothing's, you know, what's the vibe? So, and, you know, I want to be clear that me and my children have contributed here the whole time. We've been actually eager to help, and, you know, especially with the cleaning aspect and, you know, cooking and just making it make sense for everyone. At first, when I first moved in, my brother, I'm going off on a tangent right now because I want you to know all the details, but I have not forgot where we were. When I first moved in, my brother's thing was, I don't want this to be kind of counterproductive for you. I want this to be a beneficial move. Like, you don't need to give me anything like that's literally counterproductive to why you're here, right? Boom. Okay. Now, this incident that I'm about to tell you changed things, which I could understand this perspective, right? So let me explain. Long story short, we were doing laundry. Like I said, we had just moved in. It had been approximately 2 weeks, right? And, well, actually 2 weeks, yes. It had been 2 weeks, 15 days even, like, you know, 2 weeks and a couple days, something like that. I remember that specifically. And I'm sorry. I'm no longer going to call him my brother. I'm not doing it. Your name is Malia and you're a woman. We're not doing it. We're not doing the bullshit anymore. We're not doing it. So Malia sends her boyfriend. I don't know if she sent him. It gives that she sent him because she's like cowardice when it comes to me. And it's hard for her to, like, you know, talk to me head on or handle confrontation. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, like, we were washing clothes, we were catching up on clothes. I had told my brother, you know, off rip, like, hey, you know, we've got a lot of backup laundry. So, like, you know, and he's like, don't worry about it, just do it here, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now keep in mind, if we're doing backup laundry, and I'm talking like 6, 7 loads, backup laundry, maybe even 10, okay? This is gonna add a few dollars on to that bill. It's gonna add some dollars on to that bill. Good 20, good 30, right? Off rip, you're thinking, oh yeah, that's a solid $20, $30 added on to there. You know, you're doing 2 loads, like hell yeah. But not $300. They tried to tell me that we had skyrocketed their bill up to $300 more than what they were used to paying. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's wild. It was like, yeah, so we would like to arrange, or we're arranging where we go to the laundromat and wash our clothes, and we will be taking your clothes as well. I said, no, you won't be taking my clothes. I don't wash my clothes with people's clothes, and I just moved here. I don't have money to contribute to go to the laundromat. So, I was like, and there was no, anyway, let me get back to that. I don't have anything to contribute to the laundromat, So, the boyfriend said something to me about this. Sir, I don't even know you. Why are you fixing your mouth to say anything to me? And I just felt like that was out of line. And with that being my sibling, you're my sister. You should have been the one talking to me, right? Not your man. I don't know this man, right? Am I tripping? I don't know this man. Why are you moving like this? Why couldn't you tell me? And the whole time while this man is telling me what he's going to do with my clothes, my brother's sister is just standing there, literally like off into space, avoiding, like he doesn't hear us. You're staring off into space at a dishwasher that you started, and you're just the dumb weird shit. You know what I'm saying? The pussy ass shit for me. So I peeped it, and I'm like, okay, that I was like, $300 though? I'm sorry, y'all. I just could not believe it. I said, could I see the bill? They didn't want to show me the bill. Baby, if you spiked up my shit $300 more over, I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna have no worries showing you. Okay? I just could not believe it. $300 in 2 weeks. I'm sure it's possible, but not off of it. Just what the math was not mathing, y'all. It was not mathing at all. And it wasn't like we were the only ones using it. They were using the washer as well. And, I told him, I said, I can't argue with you if it was $300, but I said, you do know, like with us moving in here, it is 3 extra bodies. So like all the bills are going to fluctuate some, So anyway, I had that had happened with me and the boyfriend, and I had left out of the room. This was all in person. I left out of the room, and like still my brother did not say anything. He didn't or even siding with his man. He didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was said. And y'all, I'm gonna keep saying he and she interchangeably because I'm trying to deprogram myself from saying he. So he is Malia, my brother's sister. It's my sibling, okay? And she is my sibling. I know it's confusing. It's confusing. I get it, but just try to stay with me. So that situation happens, and, I go to my room. Boom, the night's done. The energy was very much cold from that point. And this had lasted for over a week. And, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, what? So messages were sent in group chats. I don't remember exactly what was said in the group chat, but it was like some weird manipulative shit, and it was them versus me, and, this is how it's gonna go, and whoop-de-wop wham, and no, we're not. Just because I stay with you, you can't have control over me. I'm not taking my clothes to the laundromat. Oh, let me rewind. Let me rewind. I'm missing parts. Before I was approached about the bill going up, and if your bill went up, fine. Like, I have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to make everything work as a whole. So you come to me about the bill being up. Okay, what solution can we come up for this, right? So anyway, before the solution came, because they didn't think about that. They run a dictatorship. Okay. Before the conversation was had, we had dinner. Before dinner, I had put a load of clothes in the washer machine. Dinner happens. After dinner, the boyfriend comes to me talking about the $300 more bill. Yeah, we calculated, and it was the arrogance. Yeah, we calculated it is what, because when I was like, $300? Yeah, we calculated that. That's what it is. Bitch, you didn't calculate not a motherfucking thing. Not for $300 extra for 2 weeks. Bitch, you act like I was washing clothes all day, all night. That's all I was doing. I was getting paid to do it. Just washing 15,000 loads. Come on now. It's given, I didn't expect this. I didn't, money coming out. And she's not giving us anything either. And da-da-da-da-da. You bit off too much that you could chew? I don't know, but for the rest of the time he's staying here, I've been punished for maybe them regretting this decision that they made. And not even them, my sibling. So I go downstairs because remember I put my clothes in the washer and I want to switch them over to the dryer. Yes, we had the conversation. Oh, the dryer was broken, not working that great. Like it took a little longer for the dryer to dry. You know what I'm saying? So we already had conversations about not using the dryer. I didn't like it, but okay, cool. I'm living in your house. You say that the bill skyrocketed. I'm going to respect that. Like, what's other ways that we can go around that? You know, whatever. So I go downstairs to get my clothes. I already know this is my last time using the dryer. Like, I got to dry my clothes though, right? No. My clothes were stopped in the washer. And the dryer was unplugged. They unplugged the dryer and pulled it from the wall. So all of my clothes mildewed. Every single last one of my clothes mildewed. And I had to throw them away. So that was situation one where it was just like, what the hell? Ow, that didn't feel too good. And so, you know, I'm like, hey, what's going on with the dryer? We had a conversation. We just had a conversation. I had clothes in the washing machine. Did you stop the washing machine? I'm saying this to the boyfriend. My brother's still not saying, no, I don't know what you're talking about. No, it stops on its own sometimes. I said, okay, and I walked off. This is the week. We weren't talking to it. No one was speaking. Like, it was just weird, you know, what the hell? Meanwhile, the kids are still roaming around the house freely, you know, they're not aware of what's going on. So let me speed it up a little bit. This week passed and my brother sends a message in the group chat about how he wants to talk to me. Why you needed to send that in the group chat, I don't know. You could have just literally knocked on my door, or you could like the weird shit. So he sent a message in a video chat saying that he wanted to talk to me. And so that's what we did. He came into the room and actually we sat in the dining room, and it was very much like, oh, I'm still skipping over parts. He took me somewhere one day. It was like for a job or something. I think it was an interview. Yeah, he took me for the interview at the winery. And when we were on our way home, he was like, yeah, I just got to let you know, I don't like how you came at my man. I said, came at your man? She was like, yeah, I don't appreciate how you came at my man, because quiet is kept. If he didn't want you here, your ass or your children would not be here. I said, oh. Excuse me? I said, come, excuse me. Like a lot of areas neck popping, and he meant what the fuck he said. I don't remember all the details that were said. I know that I said something along the lines like, you got me fucked up because that nigga had me fucked up. X, Y, and Z. You don't talk to people like this. You don't, oh, the boyfriend has sent a message in the group chat. Like he was regulating shit to me too with the washer and the dryer. Like just weird energy, like overstepping your boundaries. And my brother was just allowing it to happen. I apologize for forgetting it's been a few months and it's been so much trauma that some things are leaving my memory. So all that to be said with the first situation, the boyfriend was talking slick and shit and treating me like weird. You don't treat people's family like that. Like you're supposed to be putting an oppression on me, if anything, than to be trying to dictate and talk to me like I'm a small child. So my brother said what he said to me in the car. And we had the conversation a week later. And he was just like, I don't even know where to begin. I was wrong. I'm used to treating people like, I'm used to discarding and treating people like trash or like, there's somebody off the street. But I'm trying to learn not to treat people that I love that way. You're trying to learn. And I'm just putting all this in my memory bank. And he's like, the washer or the bill did go up. He was like, we did exaggerate, but it did go up. I said, I know you exaggerated. $300 is fucking wild. Stop playing with me. Why do you feel the need to lie to me? You know what I'm saying? So, we played up, but and the dryer's broke, and it is going to eat up a lot of money. We spend $15 or $17 a load. I said, and I said, calculate what you just said. And I did the calculations and I was like, you're not saving much money. You're spending more money washing your clothes outside of the house when you have a washer and dryer here. Just cut down the amount of times that you wash and dry instead of spending the extra money. That makes no sense. And like I calculated it there in his face and he was just kind of looking dumbfounded like, well, this is what we're going to do. I mean, that's fine. If you want to spend money, that's totally fine. I said, but I don't have money to just spend at the washer or at the wash house. I said, so there's other ways around that versus you. I said, you didn't think that there was other ways that you could have handled the situation versus just unplugging the dryer, undermining and treating me like a child. I'm not your child just because I'm staying with you. I'm an adult. I have my own autonomy and you need to respect me like I respect you. I would never stop your clothes while they're washing or drying. That's weird. Even if it was running my bill up, I'm gonna let it stop. I wouldn't want your clothes to go to waste. That's conniving. That's weird, vindictive ass energy. So, I was just voicing like how I felt and like you didn't stand up for me. Like I was just laying it all on the table. And he was like, okay, so what do you suggest we do? Like what can we do to lessen the bill? I said, I can wash my clothes and hang it on dry racks. And that's this white rack out here. Let me show y'all what it looks like. This is the dry rack. You can hang your clothes on there. So ended up getting one of those, and so I wash the clothes and I hang them on there. No biggie. Like there's ways around shit versus just trying to dictate some shit just because you feel like you can. So let me take a sip. After that, through this whole time, y'all, there was a lot of just ignoring me, acting like I'm not there. It's Malia and Tim's world. It was them, and we were just like sideshow characters. It was them, and it was my children, and it was me on the side. Like I'm just here. Or I'm the abuela that cleans the house and they only let her out the room on Tuesdays. Like, it was given like y'all trying to play house. A lot of control. Like, if you text me, hey, dinner's ready, and I don't come, you don't come to my door and be like, boom, 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 hey, I said dinner's ready. Bitch, I'm not coming. I seen the message. I heard you the first time. I'm not coming. You shouldn't have an issue if I don't want to come sit at the table. I really want to move this like a family unit, but you've already pissed in my Wheaties. I don't feel comfortable. Let me get to that point. Let us work on our relationship so I can get to that point to be comfortable to be around you and your mans. I'm not even comfortable to be around you. You already showing your ass. You already showing me that I'm walking on eggshells, that this probably was the wrong decision. You already showing me that you should have left me where the fuck I was at. And so with the first situation, my dad, my godmom, and my friends were already telling me, yeah, you need, something ain't right. You gotta, it's some weird energy. You gotta go. Like, I don't know. Something ain't sitting right though. Like, I don't like that. So something else comes along. The kids, the first snow day, about a month ago. Woman's intuition, mother's knows best, always, right? The storm had started in the early, I was still up. I was doing my witchy shit. I was up, it was like 1:45-ish. It had started, the snow started. And I watched it till like 4 or 5 in the morning. I didn't go to sleep until then. I knew my kids wasn't going to school. So I knew I was going to wake them up and just tell them, hey, go back to sleep, kids. You know, we're not doing school today. It was a incoming blizzard, right? The next morning, of course, the school calls and they're like, no school. But before the school called, the kids, we were already up. We're used to being up early anyway. So I'm like, y'all go ahead and make y'all some cereal. Come back in here. We'll watch some cartoons, blah, blah, blah. So the kids go to make cereal. On their way to go make cereal, my sibling is on the way to somewhere. And he's like, hey, kids. And he's realizing it's like past the time that they would be at school. He's like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, well, what do you mean? We're going to go get some cereal. And he's like, no, you're going to go to school. Go get your coat and go get your shoes on. Who the fuck are you talking to? Are you talking to my children? You can't be talking to my children like that. You can't be. So I come out the room, Mama Bear. I said, they're not going to school today. Have you seen it outside? They're going to school. They're not going to school. Bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think you are? So this was when my brother had sent me that message that I had shown y'all earlier, and I'll put it back up here again. This is when he had shown me, or that's when he had, around the time that he sent me this message. Pissed off, throwing a fit, because I run this over here, baby. They came out of this pretty pussy. They came out of me. You will never dictate nothing. I don't care what you've done for us. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I came in here and didn't contribute 1 red cent. Still wouldn't give a fuck. Still wouldn't give a fuck. The fuck? And that comes with just having children. The audacity. So, this situation blows over. Of course, what does my brother do? He comes to me. I'm sorry. After 4 or 5 days, I'm sorry. Of ignoring me, but giving all the attention to my kids. Right. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I guess it's just because, like, I want to have kids. So you want to steal my kids now, bitch. You want to steal my life. You could have had the pussy, but you decided to be trans, ho. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm more hostile in this video. I don't give a fuck. I'm not biting my tongue for anything, okay? So you want to take my life, take my kids. My life is shitty right now. So what, you want the homelessness too? You want a body swap? Like, what is it? What is it given? I thought you were happy with being a man now. You want to be a woman again? Because you see we can produce children. You still have a pussy, though. You can use it. But it's a non-factor now. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no. So, y'all, you're gonna piss me off. Of course, yes, you were wrong. I already knew that they were going to call school out. You thought you were doing something, and you undermined my authority as their mother. You got me fucked up. Don't ever do that shit again. So, at this point, and there was a couple other things that happened too, but at this point, I had told myself, and I told my brother, I told him, I said, oh, I'm lying. Another incident happened after this, y'all, where we were fine for like a week, same pattern, and he didn't like that I didn't come for dinner. And this just happened again last week, but this was like a month or so ago. He was just confused to why I was spending a lot of time in my room. So I guess his response to that was to shut down on me and like be short and mean with me and not want to like help me with the things that he was helping before that he agreed to help me with. And nobody is obligated to do anything for me. Let's be clear. So I started to make sure I got myself to work. I started spending my savings on Ubers. You know, I would send him a text message. He does not respond, or he doesn't respond to the next day. You know, just very much I don't give a fuck energy. Like, I don't give a fuck about you energy, okay? You're a non-factor. Your kids are real, though. We're not doing this weird shit. I don't know what's wrong with you. Come to find out, when he came to me and apologized again, I don't know, I'm so sorry. I guess it's just because, like, you're like a mirror. Like, you're such a strong woman and mother, and, like, that brings something out in me. Babe, I'm exhausted. Babe, I'm exhausted. What are we doing? Like, what's up? Like, you're like, what? What? So now I just can't be myself? Like, this is what he's telling me. I'm like, wait, I don't understand. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I want kids. Now you really said what it really was. You want kids. You want to steal my motherfucking kids. You want to dictate what my kids are doing. And you still weren't making the best decision with them. Why in the fuck would you send a kid out in a snow blizzard, whether the fucking school called them out or not? Do you have eyes to see? Do you have intuition? Can you not see the snow and the ice accumulating by the second? Are you dumb? You've got to be dumb. You've got to be dumb. That's the only explanation I have of this is stupidity, dumb diddy dum dum. So at this time, y'all, and keep in mind this whole time, I'm trying to make myself available and bend to all of his rules and all this and dealing with all the hair and the dogs and all this and the bullshit of everything. I would give in and I would eat some meals out there, and I'm not eating from your man though. Then a situation happened when this motherfucker, they done went out to Timbuktu in Missouri somewhere with his white ass family, and they done said nigger in front of her ass, and she out there scared and shit, trembling and shit. Come back home, you still with this nigga, crying to me about this nigga, you still with this white ass nigga. You chose him over yourself, you weak ass bitch. And you riding with this dude still. I'm getting ahead of myself, but created a whole group chat and, Bitch, I don't give a fuck about this white ass man. You do. This is not my sibling. This is not who I grew up. I don't have nothing. I have no ties to this man. I literally don't give one fuck about him. Why in the fuck are you trying to insert and put him down my throat? There will be times where I invite him to do things. Can Tim come? Hey, would you like to paint with me, brother, sister, paint night? Is it okay if Tim comes? Damn, bitch, you can't stand up on your own 2 feet. You think that something's gonna come out and you're gonna have to face yourself? That's what the fuck it is. I can't stand a fucking scary ass, manipulative ass hoe. Somebody that'll invite you in their fucking house and then just step on your motherfucking neck and dare you to say something about it. And when you say, get the fuck off my neck, it's a fucking problem. And they make your world smaller and smaller and smaller. And at first I was trying not to see that shit because I really wanted to see the best in not only my sibling, but the situation and what it could be. You know, developing a level of comfort because I was around what I felt like is family. Blood ain't no motherfucking thicker than water. No thicker than water. I don't trust family. I don't trust nobody. Fuck that shit. This situation, I don't know how I'm going to develop trust again with this situation. Honestly and fucking truly. So, what do? Forgive him again. Invite him to the winery. We go have drinks and shit. Things is cool for about a day or two, like always. So, just the ups and downs have just been so much, right? And now fast forward to present day, you know, I've still seen the same patterns of you not wanting to be my friend, let alone my brother, giving me the bare minimum energy, not wanting to speak to me, you know, undermining my role as a mother, calling me out of my name, being disrespectful. Like, there's shit that I haven't even told y'all, like just talking slick at the mouth to me, yelling at me, talking down and saying how I can't do this and that for my children, knowing damn well the situation I'm in. Like, that made you feel good to do that. And then something in my spirit became alarming. And this is the past 2 weeks we're talking about. Now we're up to date. Something in my spirit became very alarming. And it began to tell me, you're in danger. You're in danger. You need to leave. You're in danger. And now I feel that I received that. Like, I'm glad I followed my intuition was right the whole time. He never really cares. Some people just want to do for you to say that they have or that they can. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you're so scary that you can't even be upfront and tell me about your feelings. Oh, when he sent that long message to me that I had showed y'all about my parenting and all that, and you know, if I don't like people critiquing my parent or my parenting, that I can find my own shit or get out or whatever he said. After reading that, I had went into the kitchen. I needed some water. Goddamn me. And who did I run into? Him. And he's sitting there like I'm not gonna say nothing to him, because I don't play this petty tit for tat passive texting and I'm in the same house. I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that shit. That's the only way he would communicate with me, though. That's the only way he does communicate with me. But not anymore because he's blocked. We'll get to that. So, I see him. I said, what's your problem? What's your problem? Why are you talking to me like this? You want to go outside? I did. I sure did, family. I said, you want to go outside? I'm not going to do this. I'm eating right now. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. You didn't worry about what the fuck I was doing when you sent that nasty ass motherfucking message. Now speak up for yourself. Sitting there like a lost puppy, scary ass dog. Okay? And y'all, this is, a lot of people might be like, damn girl, you was walking on the thin tightrope, bitch. I have no fear. Especially when I know I'm right. You had me fucked up. I will be in the most uncomfortable positions about mine. My respect, you're not going to disrespect me. Especially when I've literally done nothing wrong. When I've been contributing the whole time, over compensating, just taking the hits and taking the hits and taking the hits. And you're taking pleasure in hitting me because you know I'm not going to hit you back because of the situation I'm in. That's fucked up. That's grimy. That's low down. And somebody like that you cannot trust. Somebody like that, especially with the envy and stuff attached with the children and all that, and the motherhood and the transgenderism and all that, is something weird, and there's something spicy about it, and there's something eerie and scary, and I don't fuck with that. Once I start feeling like me and my children are not safe, stay away. I'm a retreat and you just stay away because the animal kingdom. You feel what I'm saying? So a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I made it up in my head that I was not picking up after the dog any longer. Me and my children were the only ones sweeping and mopping after the dog, and we're allergic, so we're coughing and sneezing and stuff the whole time, right? And doing it happily just to contribute, but it got exhausting doing it all, and we were the only ones doing it, and that's not our dog. You know what I'm saying? The dog also sliced me to the white meat. Unfortunately, I can't show y'all on here because it's gonna ask y'all if y'all safe, or if I'm trying to show y'all weird skin or whatever. Y'all, we are like we're being monitored different nowadays. But if I could remember, I will take a picture. It's a scar now, but I'll take a picture, that way y'all can see it. But it's like right in the meat of my thigh. He jumped up on me and just like sliced me down to the white meat. And I know, don't get me wrong, y'all, I'm not trying to come off like everything should be just done because I said so. That's not how I'm coming at all. But I'm coming. If I invite someone to live with me and I know that I have a reckless house dog that's not trained, I'm going to get a cage, or I'm going to make some type of provisions. That way they're not bothering my guests. That way they're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not making my guests uncomfortable. So it had got to a point, y'all. This has been 4 months. It had got to a point, 4 months of go Kane, go Kane, go Kane. Every time I'm in the kitchen cooking, every night. Go, stop, no, go, get out of here, go. No gate, no cage to put the bitch in while I'm cooking, nothing. So I started putting his ass outside while I was cooking. Tim comes down one day, he's like, where's King? He's outside. Oh, I already took him outside earlier. Yeah, I took him out again, I'm cooking. He kept coming in the kitchen. You got a problem with that? I'm trying to make other solutions without even coming to talk to y'all because of the previous situations that have happened. I'm uncomfortable. So by that point, when that little situation happened with Tim, I'm in the room. You ain't even got to worry about us. So we've been retreating in here, right? So 8 days ago now, I had an order from Amazon Grocery come in. And the kids were eating dinner with my sibling and his boyfriend. And, they offered me dinner. I'm good. I'm okay. Thank you. He got pissed off about that. Listen, y'all, listen what happened. He's so controlling. It's great. Like, and the pattern speaks for itself. So y'all see, just today was a hilarious day. So he gets pissed off about that. And the irony is I'm coming, dragging, a handful of groceries to contribute to this fucking household. Right? And I come in and I'm like, hey guys. The boyfriend's like, all fucking weird ass bitch. And I'm like, how are you guys? We're good. No response from Monty though, from Malia. No response. She's not saying anything. So, and she's like bending down in this tote, right? She keeps Tupperware in a tote. So, you know, I bend down. I'm like, hey, did you hear me? You know, being funny. He looks up at me like this and just stares at me like I'm like, I go, what's wrong with you? What? Why are you looking at me like that? That was my response. And then my smile faded. And I just sat back up and put the groceries up. And my brother peeped that I peeped the peep show. And he's like, I just woke up. I didn't hear you. Just like what? You didn't hear me? Bitch, stop fucking playing, hoe. You didn't just wake up, bitch, when you just had dinner. A whole fucking dinner session with my fucking kids. Bitch, stop fucking playing on my fucking top, hoe. So, you just the dumb shit. Say what you mean and mean what the fuck you say. I don't have time for this pussy peddling, popping back twist with a fucking jammer throw. I don't fucking know, but I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time to figure out your fucking calculations. This is the problem with becoming trans too. It's a fucking mental illness, and I'm tired of people not fucking talking about what the fuck it is. It's breaking up fucking families. The fuck? So that happens. And, you know, I try to play it off, y'all. I'm like, let me take a sip of this drink. Okay, it was more like a gulp. Don't judge me. So let me fast forward, y'all. So, you know, I'm putting the groceries up and, you know, I try to play it off. As I'm picking the bag up to shift it to the counter, the dog is jumping on me over and over and over, panting, trying to knock the bags down so he can get in the bags. Get your bitch ass back. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are you doing? So what I said, you know, I'm looking at the dog. I'm looking at them, thinking that they're going to do something. Looking at the dog, looking at them, looking at the bag, after doing that 3 times, this is my first time in 4 months saying something, y'all. I said to the boyfriend, I said, can you get him while I'm trying to get the groceries? Oh, yeah, my bad. They're trying to pin the dog down, y'all. They can't even control the bitch. Dog is jumping out of their arms. They're literally chasing the dog around. The dog is jumping on me, trying to get and jump on me. And I said, back up, roll my eyes, and continue to do my grocery. At this point, this is my first time showing any subtle, you got anger, any subtle frustration. I have had enough. I'm at my breaking point. Y'all have no respect for me. What the fuck? Hair all up in the fucking fridge. This is trifling. And I'm sorry, y'all, this that white people shit. Niggas we was not raised like this. This is some nasty ass, Caucasus Mountain ass shit. This is nasty. Disgusting. What is wrong with you? And how could you, the audacity to fix your face to be upset with me because I don't want to live in infestation. I want to be able to breathe the air accurately. 100% of it. Because I don't want to be in the shower. Or better yet, let me tell y'all, family, I don't want to wake up and take a shit, wipe my fucking ass, and see one of your dog hairs then came out of me wiping my fucking ass. Huh? It's disgusting. No. I'm not biting my tongue no more. So that happened, y'all. My brother, before you know it, he stormed out the door, y'all, slammed the door, and ski-skirted out of the driveway, poo. That was 3 days ago. I said a week. This is a week because I put my spoon by the door 4 days ago. That happened. that happened? Yeah, it's been a week tomorrow. It's been 6 days. It's been 6 days. So, yeah, it sure has. Because the next day like when that incident happened, the next day he had already agreed earlier in that day, before he was frustrated, to take me. Well, he was frustrated before anyway, but to take me to the library so I can finish off, my onboarding info for my new job, right? So, to make a long story short, he takes me to go do that. I get in the car, awkward as fuck. He can't even look at me in my eyes. Hey. I'm peeping. I have my headphones on. I'm zoned out. I'm listening to Shabby Zane, my favorite tarot counselor, okay, here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check her out. But I was listening to her, and she was actually giving a message about the very person I was in the car with, it was just so funny. That moment was just bliss. I'm just like, She don't even know. She talking about her broke ass. She's talking about her broke-minded ass, okay? Because broke is not, I'm not talking about broke with funds. I'm talking about broke in the fucking mind. And to me, that's worse than pinnacles, okay? I might be down and out right now when it comes to money, baby, but I have my mind. I'm powerful. Clearly, I'm shaking you up. Clearly, my presence makes you feel some type of way. Come on now. You can't compete where you can't compare, but you try to knock me down because you knew that you could not compete with me. That's where I have the problem. You could have just bowed out gracefully and respected me. Stood beside me, supported me like a real bitch does. So, it's awkward in the car, and you could tell that he wanted to just, he thought I was just going to let the situation blow over. I had already told him with the last situation before this one I just told y'all about, that if I peeped some weird shit, that I was done. I'm going to retreat and I'm going to leave. I told him that, and he knows that about me. He knows I will cut a bitch off in a quickness. And that was his fear. He's told me that out of his own mouth. I fear losing y'all. Well, congratulations, buddy. You're on the first flight of losing me, okay? Because we're gone. We're leaving. We got to go. We will never see you or talk to you again. Never. Never. So, this is the energy that I give when I've been fucked. I'm so kind. I'm so fucking kind. And there's another side. And he's unleashed that other side. And still, I'm respectful. I'm chill. I didn't disrespect him in his face today. Let me tell y'all what happened. So after the car ride had happened a few days back, with him taking me to do my onboarding at the library, right? I get back in the car from the library, and he's like, you could tell while I was gone, he's probably thinking to himself like, yeah, I overreacted again. Fuck, the same thing, same pattern, right? But this time it's different. I'm not feeding in. I'm not coddling you. I'm not waiting for you to, the energy is different on my end now. I have my headphones and I'm acting like he's not even a non-factor. That's how you're treating me. It doesn't feel nice. Thank you for taking me to, no. He tried to make a little small, did I see something? I don't even know what he said, but he was like, did you see something about the road? Like, did you see? I didn't even hear him. Sightseeing out the window, y'all. Listen to my headphones. Not a word, not a peep, baby. I don't have nothing to say. I peeped it. I'm done. And you can't even tell me what the problem is. Because it's you. There's no problem. So let me tell you what happened today. So I made the video earlier. And I was, hanging out with the kids, just having a productive day, really looking at income-based apartments, just, in my zone. And we get a random knock on the door. Of course, it's Malia. She asked the kids to leave out of the room. I really wanted to go outside of the room because I didn't want her disrupting the space. But it is what it is, Come on in, God damn it. So she comes in and she sits down and she's like, so this is how she starts the conversation. So I noticed in the past 2 weeks that has been a huge decline in the house. And you've been treating Kane differently, which Kane is a non-factor. So what did he say? And Kane is a non-factor, which is the dog. So something, yep. Y'all, it was so much bullshit. I don't even fucking remember everything. Yeah, he was like, I know that the past couple weeks things have been rocky between me and you. Bitch, it's been rocky the whole time. Bitch, what are you talking about? I've been on a roller coaster the whole time. I've been seasick, Boise. What you talking about, son? So I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, so also things around the house are changing. Like things aren't as clean as they used to be. And your energy has changed towards Kane, and that's not acceptable. He's a non-factor. So we're gonna so I know we talked about staying with each other long term, but that's not gonna happen. I said, okay. I didn't plan on staying with you long term anyway, so that's fine. She was like, so he was like, yeah, she was like, so I need you to so you guys can be out by March 3rd, or before that happened. A couple other things were said. I'm trying to remember every fucking detail. He's like, something's just like off with us. And I said, yeah, I told you when I peep some shit again, I was gonna retreat and leave, and that's what I'm doing. But what is it though? Like what exactly did you peep? I'm not explaining anything to you. But I'm all over the place. So I told him, I said, you're emotionally unavailable and you're disrespectful. And I can't do nothing with an emotionally unavailable, disrespectful person. So we're gonna stay in here until we figure out what we're gonna do. He was like, well, March 1st, or when I said that to him about him being emotionally unavailable and disrespectful, and if I peep some stuff, yeah, that's what I was saying all at once. I had the floor for a little bit. I peeped it, I seen what I seen, and I told you that I'll be gone when I seen the shit, so we're just staying in here, and meanwhile, until we figure out what we're gonna do. He started cracking up, like laughing in my face. I said, I don't appreciate you laughing in my face. Like, just like that, with a straight face. And he's like, well, like, he don't give a fuck. Like, well, I say, yeah, you can leave. You can exit out the door. He was like, yeah, well, March 1st is your deadline. Okay. I say, yeah, we're not going to do the gaslighting. We're not doing the gaslighting this time. Because, he's like, well, it changed when you started treating Kane and you don't want to take accountability for shit. What I'm doing is the reaction to what's been given to me. I'm literally reacting to my environment. I'm going in protection mode. I'm going in a mama bear mode. Something you'll never fucking know about. Family, please be careful when it comes to family. I'm surprised that this bitch even gave me till March 1st. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very much surprised. And thankfully, I feel like the kids have something to do with that. Although I'm not staying that long. And I also feel like that gives him an opportunity to try to get some more money out of me and or try to manipulate me in another way, because you wanted to live with us. You just wanted to have control. You always put it out there like a us living with you thing when we moved. No, bitch, this was going to be a evil motherfucker, or a even playing field. But I say evil for a reason. It was going to be an evil playing field. And that's why God is uprooting me out of this situation. And that's why I have all these different blessings that are going to be coming to me, because you tried me. I came to you. I was at a low point. I was vulnerable. I was sad. I cried in your arms. You fucked me over. Mine fucked me, and I forgave you time and time again. And the first time that I stand up for myself, now I gotta go, because you can't handle the heat, bitch. And I'm going to go gracefully. I'm going to go gracefully. So, the updates on the updates. That was a whole solid hour, y'all. I had to get y'all hip to what has been going on, though, okay? So, fast forward to now. I have talked to 211. And, you know, like I said in the last video, I have made arrangements. Well, hey, I guess, look, I'm speaking into existence. I have made arrangements to go to, you know, a women's program, housing program. So I've applied to one that really stood out to me, and I'm looking at others. I'm even looking at out of state options, or like how I could go about doing that. But I also have plan A through C, okay? I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket this time, but I know I just have to start somewhere. I was able to talk to a homegirl of mine that really put a lot of things into perspective, and, you know, she was telling me the whole time that I don't need to be here, that is some weird ass shit, you know, going on, and, you know, I just wanted to see the best in the situation, you know, and it just felt good to really talk to her, and, you know, it made me not feel so alone, you know, and it helped me sort out my thoughts. So after having a conversation with Malia, as if I didn't comprehend what was said in the conversation, she decided to send me this message. And look who's attached. Why are we playing these games? Why are you doing this? Is this supposed to be like intimidation tactic or something to scare me, or, you know, this is reinforcing authority? Bitch, you said what you said when you was in the room March 30th. Bitch, I'm not even staying here that long. I had already made, you just caught up to the plight, bitch. I was already on my way out the door a week ago. You're just now peeping this. You really don't fuck with me. You wanted to make it seem like it was your idea. Baby, I'm already gone. Babes, I'm already gone. I'm already gone. And once I leave, then I'm going to leave. And I've already done that. I'd be damned if I stayed in it for a whole nother month. A month? Oh, bitch, I couldn't do it. This motherfucker would be burnt down to the ground. I couldn't do it. Or you would be beat the fuck up. Your mouth is that disrespectful. And, you know, this situation, it reminded me of a situation from the past with Malia, where she lived with me, and she was a teenager. She was staying with me for the summer, but she was wilding. Like, she wasn't coming home, like having me walk the neighborhood looking for her, you know, fucking boys and shit in the duplexes down the street, just being fast and just hot. And I'm the 22-year-old sister trying to make sure you're good. You know what I'm saying? Those type vibes. And you out here, you came out here this summer to hoe. Yo, daddy calling me, and you out there hoeing. We can't be doing this. You can't be coming home 1 a.m. Bitch, you're 14. Your twat is hot. You know what I'm saying? So I had to send her back home. You know, I'm like, you know, she's stressing me out. And on top of that, she had tried to seduce my 22-year-old boyfriend. And just know I know my sibling. And yeah, she's always one in my life. But, you know, it was a situation where she walked out of the bathroom and dropped her towel in front of my baby daddy. And he called me, like, immediately, like, shaking, like, distraught, like, all that. Like, hey, I need to come up to your job, bro. Like, she tripping, but I don't know, man. When you coming on break. I'm like, wow, what's up? What's going on? This man came up to my goddamn job, okay? Came up to my job. It was that serious. Left the baby at the house with her. Like, hey, I can't be in there with her by herself. Look, the little bitch, she came out the bathroom, looked at me, and dropped her towel. I said, oh, hell no. She gotta go. So called the dad and, she's gone. Well, the next morning, my baby daddy, he was a early bird. So he's in the living room, rolling up, doing what he do, starting breakfast. And he's like, hey, babe, come hit this blunt. Oh, I didn't know you had lemonade. Lemonade? We don't have no lemonade. And I'm like, lemonade? What are you talking about? He's like, right here, lemonade. So he's like, oh, shit. That's piss, bro. That's piss, nigga. That's piss, bro. That's piss, bro. I said, what? He said, nigga, that's piss. It was crazy. I said, piss? Let me smell. Oh, hell no. So, bitch, you been did witchcraft on my life, and I broke that shit off, just so you know. And I broke that shit off again in your house just yesterday. This toxic cycle has to end. I was brought here to teach me a lesson on watching the company I keep, on not being so trusting. And I did not take heed to the omen, that snake that I seen that snake within the first week or two of me living here. So always follow your intuition, okay? If you follow your intuition, it will never lead you astray. I have no regrets, but I could have moved a little differently and been gone by now.